Okay. Hi there. Welcome to the Orminators. I thought I would try something a little different today and do something a little more vloggy, a little more vloggy style of a video. If you've seen some of my older videos, you may have caught in passing the fact that I have, in fact, gotten a divorce. I am a single male out there on the prowl. Haven't really talked about it much, but after a year, I think I've gotten past enough of my baggage to talk about at least one topic. Now, one quick cover my butt note. I am not a lawyer. Nothing I say here should be construed as any form of legal advice that could be used in a court of law or public opinion for that matter. These are my opinions and mine alone. Your mileage will vary. Prior performance does not guarantee future results. Now that that's out of the way, here's the topic of the day: getting a good lawyer. It is an absolute must, and quite possibly could be the difference between your own financial stability and being taken to the cleaners. There are a million ways to find a lawyer, but you do need to make sure that you do your research to make sure that they are a good one. You may have friends who've gotten divorces, and if so, who do they recommend? That's usually a really good place to start, of course. But make sure you ask the questions. Uh, how did it go? How much in spousal support did they have to pay? For how long? What kind of child support? How about the division of assets? All of those things. Now, at the point that I was finding my lawyer, I really didn't care about the hourly rate of the lawyer, mainly because in the long run, if I got a good one, it was going to be worth it as long as the results were there. If I got a bad lawyer and I got screwed, then of course I'm going to have a tough time paying that because I would have had to have given most of my money to my ex-wife, but this one actually worked out really well, so I put him on the list of good lawyers. But you will have to do your research. If you have to, find the lawyer on the internet. Whether your friend recommended them or not, you may find that they're on the internet. There might be reviews, Yelp reviews. My lawyer actually has Yelp reviews. He asked me to give him a Yelp review after everything was done, and even gave me a credit on my invoice at the very end because I had given him a good review. But there's probably a million other review sites, maybe even for divorce lawyers, and that'll give you a good picture as to whether or not that lawyer is going to be at least a decent one. Now, once you have your lawyer, of course, kind of maybe rule number one or a best practice would be to listen to them very carefully. You are not going to be their first divorce rodeo, so to speak. They're going to know the lay of the land. They're obviously going to know the laws in your local area, how the judges are going to see things. I got a lot of advice about that. Okay, they're like telling me, the judges in this particular county, they like it when you do these things, and they don't like it when you do this other thing. You have to make sure that you're prepared for that. Now, while they are there to give you advice, while they are there to help guide you through the process, at the same time, you are the client and you might have specific goals in mind. Now, as long as those goals aren't to, you know, be mean and screw your soon to be ex partner over, they're going to help you with those things. If those are things that might be counterproductive, they are for sure. A good lawyer will play devil's advocate. They will tell you, oh, the law doesn't see it that way, or the law, might not appreciate it if you do these things during the process. So there's definitely going to be some give and take there. But if you do push your point of view on your lawyer, they will do it for you. But at the end of the day, remember those times that you don't take their advice and you don't come off looking so good. You do want them fighting hard for you. Not in a mean way necessarily, but sometimes that helps. As a little side note, when my own divorce was coming to a close after several months of back and forth, my ex-wife complained to me that her lawyer said that my lawyer was abrasive. Now, I thought about that for a minute and ultimately didn't respond because it was kind of irrelevant to the conversation that we were having, but my gut feeling once we were done with our conversation was, well, good. I don't want my lawyer to necessarily be, you know, Mr. Nice Guy or Mr. Nice Lawyer from that standpoint. My lawyer is not there to make friends with your lawyer. um, he's there to get results for me. He's protecting my interests. as your lawyer should be protecting your interests or your ex-wife's interests or your ex-partner's interests. In my case, a no-nonsense attorney was just what the doctor had ordered. I didn't need him to be my friend. I didn't need him to be her friend or her lawyer's friend at the end of the day. As long as he got the results that I wanted, and we did it in a way that, no one was going to be happy with the end result. But if I could be less unhappy, that would have been fine with me. Because divorce is an awful, awful event to go through. And there are going to be hurt feelings. There's going to be anger. There's going to be temptations to try and cause as much pain to the other party as much as possible. And I tried to take the high road as much as possible. When my ex was getting wound up over some little issue, I would tell her, look, we can keep this as amicable as possible, or we can give everything to the lawyers and split 50 cents. Now, fortunately, the kids were grown, so there were no custody issues to battle over. And I did have to bend over, admittedly, because we were married for a long time, on a couple of things. I knew I was going to have to bend over on a couple of things, the investments, my 401k. But with my lawyer helping me out, we managed to keep, spousal support to a manageable size. We managed to, keep it at a reasonable length of time. And so at the end of the day, I can always grow my investments again. My 401k will continue to grow as long as I keep my job, even in this economy, and I will continue to move forward. But my lawyer helped me bring certain things to a definitive close, and as a result, I was happy with the result, even if I was unhappy with the situation that we were in. So every situation is going to be different. Your situation is absolutely going to be different from mine, but there will be one common factor, and that is you are going to need to get a lawyer. Make sure you get a good one. Thanks for listening to this rant. Just a little something new that I'm trying. If it works out, maybe I'll sprinkle some of these more personal videos in the hopes that it helps you out even a little bit. Again, thank you for watching, and smash the like button, give it a share, subscribe, all of those fun things that you hear all the YouTubers talk about, and help my channel grow. Thank you very much.